There's something strange about a hero who shines too brightly, the ones whose victories come too easily, whose righteousness feels rehearsed. Because somewhere beneath the armor, beneath the grand speeches and shining swords, a storm is brewing. The best stories aren't about the ones who stay pure. They're about the ones who slip, break, and fall so far into the dark that they forget there was ever light. Imagine a warrior, hailed as a savior, standing on the battlefield, their enemies falling at their feet. The people chant their names, songs are written in their honor, and statues rise in their likeness. But deep inside, something shifts. A single choice, a whispered doubt, a wound that never quite heals. These are the seeds of darkness. And before they know it, before we know it, they are no longer the hero of the story. They are its curse. Take Feta from the Saint of Bright Doors by Vajra Chandrasekhara. His life was never his own. He was shaped from childhood, honed into a weapon for a singular purpose, to kill the god who sired him. But when he reaches the city of Luriat, things are not as clear-cut as he was led to believe. The doors, bright and magical, seem to whisper secrets, and the lines between good and evil blur. The people who trained him, who filled his head with purpose, suddenly appear more like puppet masters than mentors. He begins to question whether the god he's meant to kill is the true villain, or just another victim in an endless cycle of power and control. And as Feta digs deeper, his own darkness rises. His doubts become rage, his fear becomes fire, and suddenly, the world that made him a hero realizes too late. It also made him a monster. Or Dmitri from The Sins on Their Bones by Laura R. Samartin. He was supposed to be the hero, the rightful heir to the throne, the noble leader meant to overthrow the monstrous Tsar Alexei and bring peace to the land. But war changes a person. Each victory demands a heavier price. Each battle strips away another piece of his soul. He starts with good intentions, but the road to reclaiming his kingdom is paved with choices he never thought he'd have to make. Something shifts the moment he raises an army of his own, just as ruthless as the undead horde he fights against. When he stands upon a pile of corpses, some enemies, some friends, he realizes that in trying to defeat Alexei, he has become him. And as his reflection stares back at him, haunted and hollow, the only thing left to do is to keep moving forward. Because turning back? That's no longer an option. And what about the nameless knight in The Bright Sword by Lev Grossman? He dreams of Camelot. He dreams of a life of honor, of standing beside Arthur, of earning his place in history. But when he finally arrives, the dream shatters. The Round Table is not what he imagined. The knights are broken men, tired and corrupt. The code of chivalry is just a facade, something they hide behind while making self-serving choices. And so, he decides to fix it, to be better, to make Camelot great again. But when you fight fire with fire, you end up burned. The more he tries to change the system, the more the system changes him. And one day, when he draws his sword, it's not for justice or honor, it's for control, for power. And in that moment, he is no longer the nameless knight dreaming of Camelot. He is the man who destroyed it. Speaking of legends, let's talk about another one. The one hiding in plain sight right below this video. The bell icon. Go ahead, ring it like you're summoning an ancient power. And while you're at it, like this video and subscribe to Book Ginger, because these stories deserve an audience, and you don't want to miss the next one. Let's not stop there. Let's talk about Martha Wells' Witch King, where Kai wakes up in a tomb, betrayed and left for dead. He was supposed to be the protector, the one who fought against corruption. But as he pieces together the truth, he realizes that the world he died for was never worth saving. The people who claimed to be his allies were just as deceitful as his enemies. And so, when he rises again, it is not with hope, but with vengeance. He was a hero once. Now, he's something else entirely. and the world will learn to fear his name. Or Deborah Harkness's The Blackbird Oracle, where Diana Bishop, once a scholar, now wields magic that shouldn't exist. She was always careful, always measured. But knowledge is intoxicating. Power is a seductive whisper. When she uncovers secrets that were never meant to be known, she tells herself she's still in control. She's doing this for the right reasons, but magic has a price. And soon Diana is no longer the woman she used to be. The lines between right and wrong blur, and the only thing she knows for certain is that she can never go back. And then there's Red Rabbit by Alex Grecian. A hunter, a witch, a chase through the untamed wild. But what happens when the hunter learns that the witch isn't the villain? That the real evil is something much older, much more insidious. By the time he figures it out, it's too late. He's already played his part. He's already done the things that cannot be undone. And so, rather than fight it, he embraces it. If the world wants to make him the villain, then so be it. The legend will live on, but it won't be the one he hoped for. It's chilling, isn't it? How easy it is to fall. How thin the line is between good and evil. And maybe that's why these stories pull us in so deeply, because in the end, we don't just watch heroes become villains. We wonder, what would we have done? And now, the real question is, what will you do? Will you walk away, pretend this never happened, let these tales fade into the void? Or will you stick around and let more stories shape you? If you choose the latter, well, you know what to do. Like, subscribe and ring that bell, because trust me, we're just getting started.